Hi, Julia Hogan here. I'm an OSV author and I'm saying hi to you from my home office here in Chicago. I am the author of the book It's Okay to Start With You, published by OSV back in 2018, and I actually have a new book coming out later this year all about discerning and living your life's true purpose. I'm really excited about that, so keep an eye out for that later this year. But I want to share some ideas about how you can integrate authentic self-care with Lent this year. And I know that might sound counterintuitive, but stick with me. So Lent, I think we tend to think about things like giving up something, penance. There's a really big focus on that. And I think sometimes we can misinterpret self-care as something that's self-indulgent. And so that is kind of has a selfish tone to it. And we think about things like, manicures and treat yourself mentality and things like that. But one of the things that I'm really, really passionate about is dispelling those rumors about self-care and talking about what authentic self-care truly is. And that is really any practice that promotes your overall well-being, which then enables you to live out the purpose that God put you here on this earth for. And so that's really what authentic self-care is. It's really looking at what are you doing to help yourself be your best self. And so how does that fit in with Lent and the idea of giving up something and penance and all of that? Well, I think that Lent is about looking at those things that are standing between us and our relationship with God. So things that are getting in the way. And so Lent is that opportunity really to take a step back and focus on what are those things that are getting in the way of me and my relationship with God. And so I think authentic self-care can really help you remove some of those things that are getting in the way to kind of clear that path so that you have more of a clear path in your way to your relationship with God. So let me give you a couple of examples here. So I think one of the things to ask yourself when you're thinking about self-care, Lent, how do these things fit together, is asking yourself personally, spending some time in prayer and reflection, what is getting in the way between you and God? And it can be something really simple, right? It doesn't have to be something that's super complex, really involved. That's the beautiful thing about self-care, is that it can be very, very simple, even if it's sometimes hard to do. But I want to give you a couple examples to get the ideas rolling. So one could be sleep. So maybe if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not being your best self. And when you're tired, you tend to be cranky, you can't focus, it's hard to concentrate on things, you're just not being your best self, and you're not able to live out that mission that God has given you. So simple things like going to bed on time or developing a relaxing sleep routine or getting up in the morning at a good time, those are really simple ways of helping you live out your true purpose, and I think fit really nicely with the theme of Lent, which is clearing out those things that are getting in the way between you and your relationship with God. So sleep. Who knew, right? But it works. Another one I thought of was journaling. So I think sometimes it's hard for us to know, where does God want us to go? What is He asking from us? And we have to take time to sit in silence and to be there in prayer. And I think journaling can help get some of those ideas out on paper, can help you think things through. And I think it can help you discern, where is God leading you? Where is He inviting you to go? So journaling can actually be a form of self-care, and again, can fit in with that theme of Lent. The last one that I'll share with you is actually reaching out to people. So sometimes when we feel stuck, sometimes we're having a challenging, going through something challenging, we tend to isolate ourselves, or we kind of keep it to ourselves. And so a form of self-care could actually be reaching out to other people, whether that's a mentor, whether that's a friend, a spiritual director, even a therapist, to help you walk through and figure out some of those things, what's getting in the way of you and your relationship with God. So those are just 3 quick ideas for how authentic self-care fits in with Lent. And if you take anything away from this quick little chat, it is that authentic self-care is all about helping you be your best self so that you can go out and live the mission that God has given to you in the best way possible. That's all it is. So thanks for joining me, and count on my prayers as you go through this Lent and at this conference. Bye.